Well, everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Hey Archer. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit the thumbs up button down below if you enjoyed this video. But make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell, so that way you get notified when new videos come to you, so you can nerd out with all your friends about these wonderful nerdy topics. So, it's a bit of a different video. And it's kind of, I guess I would label it a let's talk like I have done for other videos. And this is on the topic of time travel. Now, no, I'm not talking time travel theory. I'm talking about time travel in your favorite shows. So, for example, we're actually the root of this conversation. It came up in the gym about the Arrowverse doing all sorts of time travel in preparation for the crisis incident that they're going to have. Now, I have not been watching Arrow religiously, probably for like 3 seasons now. And now, for whatever reason, they have characters from the future jumping back to present day in order to help with whatever the crisis incident is going to be. Essentially, my friend and I were talking about how a lot of these writers will tend to throw in time travel whenever it's hard to get out of a corner. Or maybe it's a situation where, you know, like actually let's use Arrow for an example. The lead actor is about to quit the show. You weren't prepared for it. So in order to keep the show going, instead of having enough time to think of some elaborate story, we'll just do time travel again. And that's how we'll either introduce new characters or push the story forward or whatnot. So the purpose of this video, after that long rant, is I wanted to give you guys a perfect example of where time travel actually works. Aside from Back to the Future, of course. In a little cartoon known as Justice League Unlimited. Now, many of you, I'm assuming, have watched it. Maybe you haven't watched it in a long time. On the off chance you've not watched Justice League Unlimited, unfortunately, you're probably not going to watch it at all because it's on the DC Universe app, which maybe me and one other person currently own. It's probably Aaron, who also does the Titans reviews. But if you get a chance and you get to watch Justice League Unlimited, there is an episode in season 2, episode 10, and it's called Far From Home. And they do so in order to fight a villain. I can't think off the top of my head. I should have probably watched this episode before doing this video, but I've actually seen this, I've seen this series quite a few times already because it's that good. But they jump forward in time, and you have Green Lantern, Supergirl, and maybe Green Arrow, I want to say, that go into the future. And when they're there, they end up meeting the future version of the Justice League, which is all new members. You know, there's some similarities to present day heroes. The one that's kind of throws everybody off is the fact that Brainiac is there, but it's Brainiac's kid, and it's a good guy. As though Brainiac can have a kid. I'm not sure how that works either. But when they're there, something really important happens, and that's they see Supergirl and they idolize her because they're like, wow, you're the hero that died doing something courageously. And she's, you know, kind of thrown off because she's like, what are you talking about? And they're saying, well, you don't exist in our time because you went missing in the past. So since you went missing, you're presumed dead doing something heroic. And in that entire episode, she's kind of starting to deal with the reality that she's probably going to die soon. As the show goes on, and as she starts doing whatever, you know, as they start fighting the villains in that episode, she starts to build a bond with that future Justice League. And spoiler alert here, if you somehow want to not know what happens and you want to watch for yourself, this is your chance to get out. But in doing so, they actually end up winning. And it's time for them to all go back to the past, where she's supposed to, of course, go missing, presumed dead. And then she decides, well, if I'm not supposed to live back then why don't I just stay here? Because I like it here and I like this team. And it could be my chance to have my own team. And it turns out that that's actually what happened. She didn't go missing because she was missing in action in the past. She went missing because she jumped forward in time and therefore was in their future at that moment. So what they did was they found a way to include time travel, but have that actually part of the story. and not create all sorts of paradoxes and this timeline and that timeline or whatever. It's just, if somebody didn't exist already, that means the event has already happened, and the event already happened because it's happening right now in the future, if that makes sense. So I think that it could be, I think time travel in these movies and these shows can be done very well. It can't be done all the time. It can't be done, I don't think, multiple times in a show to push the story forward. But I think it's, you know, if done right, it could actually make for a really good story. And in this episode of Justice League, ironically in the final season of Justice League, that episode was fantastic. And when they go back to the past, they're like, yeah, she's gone and nobody knows where. So that's my example of good time travel. But aside from Back to the Future, I want you guys to comment down below and let me know what your favorite time travel angle is in any show, whether it's Justice League, whether it's the Arrowverse, whether it's Star Trek 4. You tell me what's your favorite one, and I want to hear from you down below. Thanks for watching this video. I love doing these kind of let's talk type series. It's a good substitute for me just doing those Hey Archer episodes until those come back. So thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Justice League if you get a chance, the animated series. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.